How's it going, everyone? This is Cloud Chief, and in today's video, I wanted to go over what new and returning players should do once you hit level 99. So you just hit level 99, so now you're wondering, what is it that I need to do so that way I can start participating in endgame? I do want to cross a couple things off real quick, just in case you happen to not do these before hitting 99, but you likely have these knocked out. First, that is making sure that you have unlocked and you are doing things in Records of Eminence. Records of Eminence is a new quest mechanic in 11 that is used for a lot of things. You can't really operate properly nowadays in 11 without using Records of Eminence and getting the rewards out of it. If you need or want more info about Records of Eminence, check down in the description for a link to another video that talks about Records of Eminence in details. Next thing to make sure that you're doing is that you have trusts, that you've gone through Records of Eminence and gotten all the free trusts you can get, and that you're also going through the starting cities and getting as many trusts as you can. Having more trusts, you have more flexible party options, and being able to have a full party, even if it is all trust or AI, is still a big benefit and will help propel you much further in the game than if you didn't have them. If you need more information about trusts, go ahead and click the video down in the description talking about that. That'll go over trusts in much more detail. And the last thing that I want to touch on is making sure that you're in a unity. You want to make sure that you've picked a unity leader and that you are in a unity, because that is just going to give you more options of Records of Eminence. It's going to give you an extra trust, and it just is giving you additional benefits that you can get out of the unity. You should have ideally had all three of these things done long before you ever reach 99, which is why I wanted to make sure I touched on it real quick before we start going on to what you want to do to progress to 119. So now the question is, what do you do now that you've hit level 99? So the first goal that you want to do after hitting 99 is to get to item level 119. And it's a lot easier than you think. The fastest way to go ahead and get a big jump up is to go ahead and pick up the Sparks gear off of the Sparks NPC. You can get gear that is item level 117, and you can get that for all 5 of the main armor slots. So head, body, hands, legs, and feet. At this point, you need to get an item level weapon. What I recommend doing, if you haven't already, is start going through the beginning adilyn missions. So you want to go through and start making your way through adilyn missions until you get to the point where you can start doing coalition assignments, which is pretty early on. It's only a few missions. Once you can take assignments for the coalitions, you want to go out and do some reeves, whether they're lair reeves or colonization reeves. Basically, you just want to do a few of these so that way you're getting bayld. Once you've gotten 3,000 bayld, go ahead and head back to East Adilyn and go ahead and head to the Peacekeeper Coalition. In the back, there's an NPC named Craggy Bluff, and he actually has and sells 119 weapons for 3,000 bayld. Go ahead and pick up whatever weapon you're going to use for whatever job you just hit 99 on, and between your Sparks gear and the bayld weapon, you should now be item level 118. Being level 118 now means that your trusts are level 118, so that should open the door for a lot more content you're able to now take. So at this point, you essentially have what I see as 2 potential options, and that's one to go for alluvion skirmish gear, which is 119, and it is stuff that you can solo, or to go and start doing ambuscade to the point where you can get the NQ 119 ambuscade gear. If you go ahead and choose the alluvion skirmish route, then you need to go through and get all the adilyn key items. So make sure you check the link down in the description for key items to get started in adilyn area video that I have, and it'll show you how you can get all the key items. That way you can get access to alluvion skirmish. Also, be sure to check in the description in my guide for how you're going to go about soloing alluvion skirmish, because it is somewhat slightly complicated, and you need to make sure that you have a certain type of currency so that way you're able to solo it and everything, but all that's in the guide. So if you go ahead and choose to take the ambuscade route, ideally if you're going ambuscade, you're going to want to try and party it with people. So hopefully you are on a populated server where you can build a pickup group, or you at least have friends and link shell members you can team up. Even if not, You can do version 2 very easy, which is 109 content, and you should be level 118, so you should be able to handle it without too much difficulty. And by clearing that 11 times, you would be able to buy all the NQ gear from Total Hallmarks. Therefore, that would put you at 119. So at this point, you've achieved item level 119, whether you did it via alluvion skirmish or you did ambuscade. Either way, you should be going through ambuscade further, so that way you can start getting the +1 ambuscade gear, and then even start getting the items so you can start +2ing your ambuscade gear. That's going to be the easiest way to get you a really good jump onto the point where you can start handling a lot of endgame and more difficult content. From here, it's just about getting job points and getting the gear that you want to gear up on for whatever job you're going for, trying to get, you know, some of the better and higher tier gear. Be sure to check out the link down in the description for my video talking about the different tiers of gear and, you know, what exactly you want to be looking for to start gearing up. And that about sums up what you want to be doing. You really just want to be getting to 119 as fast as possible, and I think these paths are the best ways to go about doing it with the least amount of effort. I mean, the goal is really to hit 119 as fast as possible and then start making gear improvements, because that's where you're going to be getting the maximum benefit with your trusts, and you're going to have the maximum amount of magic defense and stuff like that for when you're fighting higher tier mobs. And that about covers all the things you should be doing once you hit 99 to get yourself ready for endgame. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got some value out of it. And as always, may you have success in all you do.